Hi, this is Steve with Colorado Guitar Emporium in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Today I am demoing a Heritage Golden Eagle archtop guitar. You can find us at 719-200-9660 or www.coguitars.com. And this is the flagship of the Heritage guitar line. Heritage guitars, by many, is sort of known as the original Gibson, or kind of a Gibson custom shop. Back in the early 80s, Gibson shut down their kind of flagship plant in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and many of the luthiers and executives got together and leased the factory and bought the equipment and started creating their own line of instruments, which of course is rooted in the Gibson tradition, but they're all custom shop instruments. And so there's only maybe about 8 sets of hands that touch an instrument before it comes to our shop and before it comes to you. And they're all just made with the finest craftsmanship that's available today. So this is a Golden Eagle. This is their top-of-the-line jazz guitar. This is all solid woods. This has a solid spruce top, ebony fingerboard. This is flame maple back and sides, just the best flame maple that you can imagine. This has got the H tailpiece, which Heritage tells me is a collector's item. They stopped doing those after 2009, and they get calls all the time of people wanting them, and they fetch up to $500 if you can find one. This one happened to be produced before they stopped manufacturing them, so this has that. This has you can see the flame maple back here, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces altogether. It's a tap tuned top. You don't really find a nicer made guitar than this. This is made in the tradition of the L5 or the Johnny Smith guitar. Probably really the only difference from, say, an L5 is that this has a floating pickup right here, and then the craftsmanship. This has the crown inlays all the way up to the 12th fret, and then blocks here at the 15th, 17th, and 19th frets. This has the Heritage and Golden Eagle and tree inlay on the headstock as well. It has Grover Golden Imperial tuners with the antique tuning pegs. So it's about as nice as it gets, and these are, about a third less than a Gibson L5, and arguably a nicer guitar. So come and get it. I think you'll really be happy with your purchase. Let me just demo the sounds on it for you. One other thing that sets this apart is that this has a flame maple pickguard here. So this isn't just a plastic pickguard like most have. This is flame maple, and it's bound, just like the neck is bound and the body is bound throughout the guitar. If you're looking for, the authentic sort of Wes Montgomery, Kenny Burrell tone, this is it. You just pick it up, and now that doesn't give you their fingers, of course, but you'll find that if you know any of those guys' lines, that, oh yeah, without even having to do much to your sound, you're getting that right snap, that right depth to the reverb. So I'm going to be demoing this through a Henriksen Jazz Amp head with a little bit of reverb. It's going through a 2x12 cabinet with Celestine greenback speakers. So here it is. This is the Heritage Golden Eagle. One other thing I thought I'd mention about the guitar, this has just a volume control, so most of the tone is through the amp, and there's a lot of players like Tuck Andrus and others that try to eliminate as many pots as possible in the signal chain just to get a pure tone. So just a volume control here, and many tone purists would say that's the minimal that you want in order to preserve the tone. This is Heritage's own floating pickup on it, by the way, too. So just play a little bit more here for you. So this is the Heritage Golden Eagle. This guitar would be really appropriate for someone who is just really looking for the classic solid wood jazz box. It is just a wonderful instrument and very collectible, and really is sort of it's built like a cello. Okay, the first archtop guitars were made the way violins and violas and cellos were made, with spruce tops and maple back and sides, and they made them big so that they could be nice and acoustically loud. I'm playing, by the way, a set of Tomastic bebop strings on the guitar, which is kind of halfway between a round wound and a flat wound string. Of course, if you put bronze strings on it, it'll behave more like an acoustic guitar, and round wound strings more like an electric guitar. These are not quite all the way to a flat wound string, which is more of a kind of a dull jazz lead, the traditional kind of string. This has just a ground outer core around the string, which just gives a little more top end to the note. But different strings will behave very differently on a guitar. But acoustically, this is just set up for optimal acoustic tone, and then to put a pickup on it to help get that through your amplifier. Again, this is Steve Scheller, Colorado Guitar Emporium, 719-200-9660.